Hi Sapphire, I hope you're having a lovely day, and for today's English lesson we are going to gather information about an event for a newspaper report. So for your starter, I've written some sentences, but I think I may have made some mistakes. Can you help me by adding in the correct apostrophes? So you need to write out this short paragraph. So I've got Mrs. Ramsden's dog was playing with her ball in the garden when she notices some birds in the sky. Roxy couldn't stop herself and went rushing through the garden to reach them. The bird's wings flapped fiercely to try and escape. Okay, can you so copy that paragraph out and add in the correct apostrophes for me, please? And I'll reveal the apostrophes in a moment. Okay, so I hope you've had a try with that one. So here is the corrected version. So we've got Mrs. Ramsden's apostrophe S, because it's Mrs. Ramsden's dog, was playing with her ball in the garden when she notices some birds in the sky. Okay, so birds have still got an S, but we don't need an apostrophe here. Roxy couldn't, so we've got an apostrophe for our contracted could not to couldn't, stop herself and went rushing through the garden to reach them. The birds, we've got apostrophe S because the wings belong to the bird. The bird's wings, again this is a plural so we don't need an apostrophe here, flapped fiercely to try and escape. Okay, so I hope you can correct those or can give those a tick if you've got them right. So let's move on. So today we're going to be a reporter for a newspaper. This newspaper is called the Hastings Herald. Okay, that's going to be our name of our newspaper this week. And you have a deadline to keep. You need to be the first to break the most important news of the century. The Normans have invaded England. Okay, so this is what our newspaper report is about today. So this is huge news for the Normans at the time. So we need to make sure we, do it justice and report all the key events and key facts of this event. So you'll need to gather information from different source material. So this just means from different places. And you need to make sure that your facts are correct. You can decide what information you think is important enough to go into your newspaper report. So we spoke about yesterday what's important to include, like our key facts and what you think the reader would want to know. First, we're going to watch a clip. So you need to make notes in your English book or, piece of paper, whichever you've got at home, and use the subtitle video clip. So we've got a video here. Let's see if it's going to work for me. Sometimes it decides it wants to, sometimes it decides it doesn't. Let's have a look. In fact, I may have to escape here and play it from here instead. Bear with me. There we go. I'm just going to zoom in. All fingers crossed it's going to work. Here we go, lovely. Phew.
The Battle of Hastings took place on the 14th of October, 1066. Yeah! It was an exceptionally long battle by medieval standards, lasting all day.
An indication of how evenly matched the rival armies were. By daybreak, the two armies opposed one another with 5,000 to 7,000 men each.
Okay, so we've got some key information there. Let's see if that's the end of that. Yes, okay. So we've got some information there. You might find that useful to include today. So you can pause now and you can either re-watch what I've just shown you, or can you remember the facts that you could include from that clip there? Okay. So the next source that you're going to use is from searching through Google for information. Now, as we're learning from home, I've attached some information on our website, but feel free to do your own research as well. That's absolutely fine. You can decide what information you think is important enough to go into your newspaper report. Make notes in your English book or normal book and use the subtitle information from the internet. Now remember, these don't need to be in full sentences. Bullet points and short snappy sentences are absolutely fine, just so you get those key information, the key information down. Okay, so that's something you can do now. So you have to go to our website and find the documents I've attached for your research, or you can do your own research. And then moving on, you need to read through the quotes that I've attached and make a note of at least one of the ones that you want to include in your newspaper reports. We all need quotes to kind of back up that evidence. You can make up your own if you want to, but make sure that you include their name, age, job, and if they're a Norman, Anglo-Saxon, or even a Viking. Think about the chronological order of the events that led up to the 14th of October 1066. And you might want to include a timeline with dates to help you structure your ideas and information. So that's something you could do at the end. You could think about, okay, so I've got all this information, what's going to go first? You could number them if you like, or like we said on here, you could make a timeline. It's up to you how you want your chain of events to look, but they do need to be in chronological order, so that's something to think about. Okay, so the expectations for today is you must gather relevant information for your newspaper report. That means in note formation. You should be able to identify key people and key events chronologically. You could think of a headline for your report, and you might use a quote or create your own. And lastly, for our plenary, could you make up your own quote from an Anglo-Saxon soldier? So how do you think the Anglo-Saxons will be feeling, and what they'd be thinking about this battle? Okay, remember they did lose, so what would your Anglo-Saxon soldier be thinking at this point in time? Okay, so I hope you've gathered all your information that you need ready for your extended write on Thursday. And if you do need to have a look at the the information on the website, that's fine. If you want to do your own research, that's also fine. But remember, you do need enough information to write a whole newspaper article on. So, you know how we do our information lessons. You've got a page full of notes. So you need to make sure that you've got everything that you need. I do apologise for the technical difficulties. Sadly, the video isn't compatible with our PowerPoint, so it's a little bit tricky to show, and I hope that you have fun doing this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.